Alright, back here at Spare Time in Kennewick for the Scratch Division title match. This will be the title match in Owadotat, as the lower seed Tyler Coates won the first game against Jerry Jennings. So now they'll play one more time for the title. Coates looking to sweep the weekend, having won yesterday, while Jerry looking to continue a hot start to his season as well. He's already won. So two of the leaders up here in the Northwest going at it head to head. And through 4 frames, it's Coates with a 20-pin lead. Doubled in the first 2 frames. They were both Brooklyn's, but we won't mention that on the air, of course.
Perfect. When they want to know what the score is too, so you're answering their question.
All right. Yeah. Steve tells me I'm doing a double feed here. He's doing a recording of his own, and I'm giving him updates on the score. As long as Tyler does that here, folks on the other line, you don't have to worry about anything. So those are 2 pretty looking strikes. You most certainly can. Ms. Champion. See if Jerry can rebound here. They both bowled well last game, 241 to 223. Jerry happy to find himself as the higher seed. He wasn't until Ashton lost the last round to Tyler. That gave him the better 5-game plus or minus total, so allowed him to lose that game and stay alive. He can't lose this one. And he's down 30 early. And that ball just checking up on him and not breaking up the split there. Route 66, and there's been a lot of games on it. It's down to about Route 18 by now. Long pattern, fairly high volume, but once you carve it, it forces you to start in. Everybody's basically playing on top of each other, so it creates an out of bounds to the out that you really can't play. So the only move is left, 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 and lefter. So it's sort of a, oh man. It's sort of a softer version of what you see them doing at the U.S. Open right now. As Jerry catches another bad break there, as he just shaves the 3-pin a little too close, doesn't make it, and the deficit balloons. Well, plenty of game left, but it's time to start throwing some X's here. He threw the last 3 in the game before. Game before that, he threw the last 6 for 240. A little deeper, and that's frustrating. Don't move enough to go high, you move enough to go lights. Darn you, bowling, why are you so tricky? Going to out on a limb and not jinx him and say he's going to convert this 5-pin though. We should use that 5-pin as almost another strike ball to experiment with. That looked pretty good for the 1-3 pocket as well. Hopefully he'll have an idea once he gets back on that lane. Hopefully, for his sake, he'll still be in the match when he gets back on this lane, because Coates can run away with it right here. Everything going right for him lately. In front of the ball return, so he's going to push the ball away first, then take 3 truncated steps. Obviously something he's practiced a lot, but you see him stand up on that ball a little bit. As a result, the ball checks early, goes high. He doesn't break up the split. Now he's faced with an open that will give Jerry a glimmer of life here. 2 out would be 123. Should take it back down to a 30-pin deficit. And that's much more makeable. If he had doubled here, it would have been in the 60s, and the game would have been essentially over. Capable of making it. Let's see what he intends to do. He does that dead flat ball, and that's a good way to chop 4 off the 7, which he almost does. So he's indeed open. We're back down to a 30-pin game. That's doable. Furion next, doubles in team. I will try and be there for it this year. I'm cautiously optimistic that that will be the case. And you guys will see Evan on January 11th location to be determined. So even though the ball return's not in the way now, he still stands up front as if there was a ball return on the way. 6th arrow, left to 6th arrow, left to target. Soft on the ball speed. All that's a recipe for trouble. Always tricky 3-6-10. There's a tough spare on this pattern because there's oil to the right and friction to the left. Hard and straight, and that little almost backup ball that he does is a really good way to go about this. Let's see if he utilizes it here. He does. And that's one of the reasons you do that. It gives you the ability to sort of miss like that and make it. If that was using the traditional righty hook, that would have chopped something. That way he spares it. Even then it's still almost chopped something. I like Jennings' look on 9. I'm not sure what's up on 10 yet. He did strike in the 3rd. I didn't see that shot. We went high in the 5th. And he just got to execute well. That looks good. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so let's see what he learned off the 5-pin. The 5-pin itself was a good shot. The spare attempt looked like it would have been right in the hole. Whole new ball game if he can catch a strike here. Normally I turn the camera and show the parents at this point, but Steven's phone is preventing me, so you're off the hook, lady. It's close. Oh, just can't get that ball around the corner on 9. When they're hooking so much in the middle, the last thing you're thinking is that the ball's not going to make the corner. Fairly weak ball that he's throwing. So it's responsive to what oil is left on the lane. Not a game-ending 2-pin, but a real tough one to deal with. Make the spare though, see what your opponent does. Now he's just saying, please let me still have a chance in the 10th. Coates, one of the best match play bowlers we have, saying, Jerry, you're a good kid, but I do not intend to let you have a chance in the 10th. Jennings can max at 193. Coates going at a 203 pace, so stay clean and sweep the weekend. And in front of the ball return, he'll start the push away, then I almost take a little backward step with his right foot, which is sort of the first step in that 5-step approach. Left again, I believe. Oh man. And that is his 3rd tremendous break of this match, and I didn't have to tell you that because his body language is telling you that. The first 2 were Brooklyn. That ball could have big forward. I'm sure Jerry wants to hear all about this right now. It's like, whatever, dude. Just keep tripping everything. Sometimes it just all goes your way. Still far from over. He's still got a mark in these 2 frames. Strike here would just about take care of business, though. Much better lofting it out that time. Better angle in the heads, and that should about do it. Jerry would have to strike out and have Tyler have a very short count in the 10th. So Coates beats Yamasaki and Jennings twice each to win this title. That's got to be very satisfying, and that ring 10 will solidify it. Jerry's got to be thinking, man, my opponent Brooklyn's and trips the world. I ring a 10-pin. Darn you bowling, you evil mistress! Oh, I did it.
Good month.
Oh, I did it again. Yeah, Tyler, this is a very good month. In addition to the 2 JBT wins, you
This is a
3 JBT wins. That's right, Kellogg here and here. That's right.
Well, I mean, regarding that I don't foul. Or
I think you can get away with a foul at this point. I highly recommend you don't.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go out that way, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's 3-peat JBT and then Washington UMass.
That's right, that's the other one I was thinking of.
Pretty good month.
Yes, sir. Well, Keller just couldn't get the ball to tip. Jennings will rumble his way back to Yakima. Coates will celebrate his way back to the Portland area. And I'll eventually end up in Seattle and write it all up. These guys got respect for each other, but you can see the 2 sides of this cruel sport. It's pure frustration for Jennings. Pretty happy camper in Coates. Allen was good. Much more clean through the heads. Hook! Yes! Yes! Thank you. That was a much needed moment right there. Alright, great stuff all weekend here in Kennewick. We'll see you in Tacoma Northwesterners, and we'll see you in Vegas. Everybody else next week. No!